Hi, I'm Stacy. Welcome back to the second segment of the ikandiclay cane mandala tutorial or session, whichever one you want to determine. I have my little helper. Come here. This is Champ. He's not going to be helping much because he does drop a lot of fur, and I really would rather not fur be on my clay. So, with that said, good boy. Yes, you're a good boy. Okay, bye-bye. And now I will show you the canes that I have chopped. Oh, it won't. Okay. These are all the canes that I have cut. See, look, there's a piece of dog fur already. These are the ones that I'm going to use. I already have the base laid out with my centerpiece, and I will get rolling. So bear with me. I'm not a camera person. That looks pretty good. Hands are already hot and sweaty. You'll have to excuse me. I've got fingernail polish on. I'm trying to grow my nails out. So now that I have this, I can uncover it and determine what I'm going to put on it. How's that look? Does that look good? There. We can even go up a little higher. And yeah, I use this, and I use one of these to burnish to make sure that the pieces stay down. But that's after I've already got them where I need them. What happened to my little tool? Not there. I had a tool I was using. Yes, everything gets discombobulated. Okay, it disappeared. It rolled away. We'll find another one. The tool that I use that I like the most is one that looks like this. It's round on one side and pointy on the other side. That helps me get in between the canes after I cut them to lay them out. So at this point, I'm not quite sure what I want to do. So I'm going to look at my cane slices and see what I've got. No, I'm not drinking wine right now. I'm drinking coffee. It's the middle of the afternoon on a semi-hot day here in the Seattle metropolitan area. Sorry, I don't have music. I'm just going to talk as if this was a live broadcast. Anyways, the color, let's see how this would go. Not sure, if we do this, but this has the watermelon pattern in it, so I don't think I want to go that way. If we take one of the purple hearts, we could place them. I've got some lines drawn here. We could place one there. I want to place them across from each other because if you can't fit them in between, it might be, that one's really thick, but that's okay. If some are thick and thin. Then you can maneuver them around so that they're, see these ones, it's like this one needs to, it's like I need to flip it over. Maybe it would sit better if it was flipped over. I might be able to get another one in here. I can. And you can take just rolled up little beads of polymer clay and put them in between these blank spots here. That would be really pretty with color, a little dot of color. So see, since I have lots of room here, I'm going to move this one over. Maybe just make it touching. Stop it, dog. My little chihuahua. He'll be 1 year old in August. So sometimes the big paddle part is easier to maneuver things around. Then I can turn this. Try not to disturb my canes that are laying around. And by moving it closer, I may be able to get one more in here. I'm not 100% sure. It doesn't look like I will be able to get another one in here. So now I'm going to spread them back out so that there's space in between them, as even as I can get it. Doesn't have to be perfect. I don't know any art that is perfect. It would help if I put my readers on though. So you see all the lines and stuff, that's part of the texture that I put down. Now we just need to add a little bit. Oh, okay, so since that one got hurt, that cane got hurt, I'm going to put in a new slice. And I'm just going to move this one over. And that looks pretty good. I like that. If you squint at it, you can see it looks really pretty. I like it. Now, do we take a watermelon up here? We can take those and go around in a circle. I think I want to take one of these, possibly. And put them in between. You probably won't use all the canes, but you will use the majority of them, I would hope, depending on how you do it, how you do your mandala. You can have it really packed in or not. See, sometimes if they start off crooked, then the whole mandala goes crooked. Bring the camera up a little bit so you can see everything. Now these ones are, cut these really thick. I don't necessarily like them really thick because I'm not polishing the piece. I'm not filing it down or anything like that. So the pieces, the cane slices don't need to be really thick, but this like is pretty thick compared to, you know, something like this that's not really thick. I don't know if you can see that, but it's really not that thick. The leaf is not thick. This leaf is pretty thick, but it's also really pretty. Oh, am I doing it the right way? So here we have it going this way, that way, that way. I guess it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. There. So that looks pretty cool already too. Just want to make sure that my arrows, they look like arrows, right? Are all pointing in an outward position. That they're not too crooked. Like this one felt crooked, it looks crooked. So I'm just going to pull it out a little bit and make it come out this way a little bit more. Same with this one. You know, you can torque them. Cut it out, champ. Leave me alone. Go away. Go away, puppy. He's being a puppy. Okay, so now, let's see. We do have this right here. But I really wanted to do this out along the edge. I think that would look so cool on the edge. So we're going to jump into our watermelon slices. And they kind of sort of fit perfectly right here. Hey, not bad. For spacing wise, that's pretty good. Okay, sometimes it's hard for it to come off of the tool. It's kind of sticky. So just be careful so that you don't tear your cane slice. Sometimes you'll find that there's less space in between, and then sometimes there's more space in between. And it's just the nature of the beast. See, like this one fits perfectly in there with a little extra space all over the place. Same with this one. So now I know there's more space in between here compared to there. But it's okay. It's art. I never considered my art perfection. I just considered it beautiful. And making these mandalas make me so, so happy. There. Got the watermelon slices in. Very nice. Now I want to bring something in towards the top of it. So I do have, see, look at these little flowers, these little guys right here. They can go right in there. Oh, that looks pretty right there. I'm not even going to try and even these out. They did crush a little bit when I cut them, but they seem to be okay. Yeah, maybe I'll put them up a little bit higher. Yeah, there we go. So I do dot mandaling also with dots, and I might put something, a little dot here, here, here. Actually, I have like leather working tools or anything that would make an indent, a texture indent would be acceptable. Just to show a little bit more depth to the piece and more detail. Because you can go as detailed as you want or not. See, that looks so pretty. Oh my gosh. See, that's coming out really nice. I do have these square things here. I wonder how these would fit in there. Let's see how that would fit. Oh, they do get tiny, don't they? Sometimes the tinier pieces are harder to work with. Place it right there. Don't know if I like that, but it's different. Because it's got a little baby leaf in it. Yeah, that one, but that'll be so tiny, you'll never know. Okay, so we got those, or, oh, I got two of them, see? So this tool is really good for getting in between and pulling apart. And that's really thin. I don't know if I'll even use that one. That'll be a spare in case I need another one. So here we have this cane, and I can put this in here. Instead, I don't like these pieces right here, so I'm going to take those out. Okay, that one's trashed. I do have these little guys. You can layer them, you know. You can place one on top of the other if you wanted. I just like all the detail it allows me to have when I lay them right next to each other instead, and fill in the space in between. I don't know which leaf I like better. And if I was to do this leaf, could I come out this way? I think I like this leaf, this little leaf right here. So I'm gonna pick this up, and I'm gonna bring these ones over here. Wonder if the dog took my tool. The dog took my tool. We'll see if we can't speed it up from this point on. I don't know how to do that. So, I mean, I can continue talking, and you can just enjoy listening to me talk, I guess. I have a show coming up in August, the Mill Creek Festival. They postponed it twice last year, obviously, for COVID reasons. And they were supposed to have it in July, like this weekend. I'm so glad I've got extra time, because now I've got extra time to work on this tutorial here for eye candy clay canes. She makes such lovely canes. And you can mix and match them all. Oh, I missed a spot. Okay, let's see what the dog's chewing on. What do you got? He looks at me like, what? What you got? What you got, puppy? I don't know what happened. I have a smaller tool that I really like. It's just a smaller one than the one that I'm using, and I don't know what the heck happened to it. I hate when I go blind. It's like I don't think it dropped. I do want to look though. Stop, puppy. There it is. See, it slipped underneath my table. There. Okay, so this one is much smaller. I'm sure these are cuticle tools. And I had actually filed this one down so it's a little sharper. All right, let's keep going. I felt the need to do this because I'm not emotionally up to par right now. Just stuff that's happening in the house is just making me crazy. It's making me more unbalanced than I'd like. So I thought, you know what? Let's just do this. This will ease my mind. It'll put me in a different frame. Make me feel better. Claying always makes me feel better. Painting, you know, I think claying really makes me, once I get into the groove, I am in a groove, literally. And it feels good when I can, you know, have a piece come out. Like, okay, so that looks pretty darn tasty. Tasty. Wondering what else I got here that I can put in there. I really like, let's see. So if we unwrap these, see, this one might look good right up in here in the middle. It might work. I need a bigger circle, so I am going to stop the camera and find a bigger circle, cut it up, and bring it back. Stand by. Okay, so I brought this one out, and I brought this one out. So if I put this one here, it sits nicely there. What can I put next to it? I could do another leaf. I could do this bigger leaf here that I was wanting to do something with. It's almost like we could do more leaves of these leaves coming out the top here And we could put this up at the top. So I think I like the bigger circle the bigger circle better than the smaller one. And then we can just use this one someplace else. So I'm going to just carefully place this, resting on those two guys there. Sometimes if it comes out shaped like this, you just have to tug it a little bit. Just carefully mold it back into a circle, or close enough to a circle so it's not got a flat spot. That does happen a lot with any kind of canes that you, circles that you cut, because you're cutting it down. So I'm going to post this on YouTube. If you can like it and share it, that'd be great. I'm also going to send it to Ivy. She's also going to help promote it. And maybe I'll do a live one. I think a live one would be fun to do. Then y'all could just do it with me if you wanted. Just got to prep everything ahead of time. Hello, doggy. See, that looks pretty cool already, right? If you wanted to, you could lift up the corner of this, put it on top instead. That one's a pretty thick one also. Maybe I'll move this one. Do a rocking motion back and forth in order to get it up off of the board, because sometimes you just have to move stuff off of the board, or you just have to lift it up somehow. So I'll just pick a different one and put it in here. There, that one's a little bit smaller. Now see, this cane, this one's really thin, but you can still move it around and get it in a circular position. See, I just noticed like this seems a little off. No, stop it, doggy. He wants to get in my lap, and I don't want him in my lap. There. Now we'll take this and put it here. So those look really good. So what I'm going to do is I need to separate these, because I don't want them to stick together, because they will stick together if you don't separate them. At least that's my opinion. I have had that happen in the past. So I'm just going to separate these. So now I have I have another whole set of these to use. Yeah. Let's see, do I have other leaves? I do have a different kind of leaf in here. I do have this one here. That one might look pretty. And I do have little pieces of tape stuck to my finger. Now this one is different. And I do like this one too. That one's really pretty. And this one's just a blue circle that could go in between or could go at the top. So it all just depends on how you're feeling or what you think looks best. I think I like the brown leaf here. This one is like too much of this color and this color mixed together. So I'll save those for another time or a different area. I mean, we could also put this circle in here. Oh, let's see how this circle looks. We could just put a circle there and a circle there. It does have a lot of the color, but, and then I can take some of these leaves and put them out here. Some of the tinier leaves. That might look very interesting. Because I do have these little ones here. You can either point them in to fill in the space, or you can point them out. Or you can wait before you use those. I think I'm going to throw these funny looking, they look like sea urchins. The sea urchin. I think this was part of her Sea Life collection that she had worked on. I would just put it down with my hands, but it is definitely easier using a tool because I can get the placement good, and I need to pull these out a little bit so that they're more round. I'm sorry this is going so fast or so slow. It's a process. It's can't be rushed. It shouldn't be rushed. Sometimes when you rush things, you know, I've always noticed that you can't rush clay. If you rush it, then your cane comes out smooshed. Especially if you're making canes, which I don't make canes. I'm a quilter. I'm not a fabric maker. I've tried. Some of them are cool, and some of them are like, okay, looks like a toddler worked on that one. But so I like to take, because I love ikandiclays, I love Ivy's canes so much that I would rather use hers than make my own. It's a bit much, but the texture in the sea urchin, in this sea urchin cane is kind of cool. So it kind of breaks it up a little bit. Stick. It's a very unique, even though the colors are somewhat close together, it still breaks it up a bit. Oh, I can hear my husband coming. He came down for probably more coffee. So, there. Now we got that done. Now what I want to do is I want to go around in a circle. I want to go all the way around in a circle. So I don't have enough of these cut. I don't think I want to use these, although another layer of these would be good. I just don't have, I don't think I have enough to go around the whole thing because I have these ones here. So I want something like the leaf or this red light, green light. And I would start here. Make sure I do the purple on the top. I do want to stay consistent in that manner. Purple on the top left side. And then I can see which ones will fit in between. And I can space them or stagger them or even stack them, you know, lay over. So I'm just going to do this first and see how that comes out. Okay, so because these didn't fit perfectly around, I decided to do something like this. Now I can actually still take these off, and I can put in another leaf right here going up so that it, I mean, that might even be interesting enough right there, because I'm really grooving on these leaves. We could take these all the way out to the end too. That would be really cool. I could even lift up, because I didn't burnish or really push these down, so I can lift this up a little bit, and I can try and, that one's really thin. I might lose that one. Let me try a thicker one. I can try and stick them underneath each other like that. And then grab another one. Fold that up a little bit. Have it coming out like this. Or, and then we can put one of the hearts. I like squinting at it because I can see it better squinted. We can turn our heart this way. I think it's time for more watermelon too. The watermelon can go around up in here, like so. We can put another circle in here or another leaf up here. Or we can have like a little two spread leaf. Like, for instance, when you place them together like that, and then you have this one up here. Then you can push them down, take your blade. Now you've got this side. Now I can't get it off because it's stuck to the blade. You've got this side, or you have this side. I always like the top leaf on the upside. Could place this in here instead, or around, or in between here. See, so it does take some planning and some thinking and some figuring out. That's kind of cool, having the leaves coming out of the top of it. Might even be able to get away with the bigger leaves. Let's see what the bigger leaves look like if we hunker them together. Hinker them together, anchor them together. I like her little baby leaves that actually look like leaves. I use those a lot in this kind of a design. And then we can go like that. And then put something else here. I don't know if I like this. I like the hearts. But we might be able to do something different with the leaves. At a later point. Because I really would like to take these leaves and have them go all the way around the outside. Now that would be super cool, because they are just super cool leaves. So let's put this heart back here. And you could, if you wanted to, you could cut these at an angle so that the heart sits in there better. If you wanted it all very flat and flush, whatever you like. Oh, let me get this out of the way. Let me get this out of the way, and this out of the way. There. Put my hearts back here. So this is going to be the double heart mandala. I'm going to turn this over. There's a black spot on it. See a little black spot? I don't like black spots. I'm sure it's just a piece of dirt or something like that. I do like that. If you squint at it, you can see the colors, you can see the shape of it coming. I really like the watermelon, the flatness of it. So I really could put another piece up here. Or I can just put one here. You know what I'm going to do? Let's see. What would it look like? Which leaves look better? This leaf or the big leaf? I think this one here. And I also have this leaf. That might look good. Although they are not watermelon leaves, obviously, and they are not. Oh, see, I got it stuck. Put the glasses back on. There. Oh, and then there's these leaves too, with the blue in them. And I could take these little leaves and go all the way around, and that would fill up the space on either side of it. So now I want to show you texture stuff. So I have leather punching tools. I also have these walnut hollow things that have indents on them. Different tools can fit on them. So you can have the little some of them come with wheels. Let's see. I mean, you can texture the outside. You can wheel this around, all the way around. Getting it to go all the way around is a little difficult, but I have all these leather punch tools, and I use this one a lot. It's just a little flower, and we're just going to go right up in here. Sometimes I dip it in mica powder, and sometimes I do not. Just adds another little dimension to it all. You can even go alongside. Let's see, I do have a bigger one. Excuse me. I think it's time to hit my coffee. Can't be drinking coffee too late these days, because I'll never be able to sleep. Here's the other one I like to use. It's a different circle. Not all leather tools are easy to work with, or not, they don't always do what you want them to do, right? And anything could make a texture. Like, for instance, this right here on it could be texture. I love taking the pen texture, and I have one here. Where is it? Oh, these two things. So this has, oh, that's a leather stamping tool. Oh, and it unscrews. I didn't know that. How about that? But there's nothing in it. There should be another one in it. This makes a great texture. You can texture around. And then I take, same with this one here. This is my texture tool that I use. Now that I got it going, I might as well finish it up, right? But I'm not going to go all the way in because it won't work all the way in. It doesn't go all the way in. You get it, I know. Move that precious, beautiful leaf out of the way. Remember ikandiclay? She makes great canes. She's super, super talented. I'm almost there. This helps, take out some of the other roughness. And you can go back and forth. It's like double dotting, double texturing. It has a nice texture to it. I really like stuff like this. Sorry. Roll it back and forth. Screws are great texture. I go into the garage and find a big, huge screw. Screws are very cool texture. I've got some extremely large screws that I use for texture. Even the head of the screw is a good texture thing. See, and this kind of makes a little cutesy pattern if you get it the right way. Which, it almost like a diamond shape. Ooh, see, there it is again. That's pretty cool. Although when I'm done with it, you won't see it, so it doesn't matter. Did I go around already? Am I going around a third time? No, I don't want to. Okay, so there's that. Here's the big tool that I use. I don't have a spot on here for it. I do for the small one, but I'm not going to do it. And I do for this one too, but I'm still not going to do this one yet either. So I'm just going to put those aside. You can use knitting tools for making texture, dotting, makes dots. You know, a pencil, obviously dots. Even, you know, the ball tools. These I use for smoothing. These I use for making bigger indents. You can put it on a pen if you don't have, you want an extra one. There's an extra one. Put it on a pen lid. I think I glued this in here. Probably, because I just can't get it out at this point. So there's all kinds of things for texture. I mean, there's texture wheels. There's, I'll show you some texture. All this is texture. So, I mean, I can texture a leaf on there with mica powder, you know. I'm always using cork to put little things on so that they're easier to get up. This is one of those Tim Holtz things. This is just a beehive shape, just an octagon. Here's an acorn. You go to the bakery, you get leaves, you get other rings and stuff like that. These are buttons. I don't remember what the texture was from these, but must have been something plastic. Here's just a little texture of something. And then there's, you know, your basic textures and molds. Here's a texture wheel. I would use that. Here's another button. Buttons are really cool. And I have to tell you this. The bottom of your shoes are also really cool texture to make texture and molds from. I don't know if this was a shoe or not, but I have done the bottom of my shoe before and it's super cool. See? Toothpaste lids. That's from one of those little applesauce things. Toothpaste lids, good texture. Any kind of lid that has a texture on it, very cool. Use those as texture to help design your things. And I think I'm gonna figure out what element to use with the pineapple, and I'll get back to you. Hi, so I made these elements. I call them elements because they're combined pieces. And they look really pretty together. I was like, oh, that would look really cool together. But I don't have enough to fit in each of these spaces here. So I'm doing half and laying them in like so. And I think they're just absolutely gorgeous little elements. So sometimes you want to make the elements together like this, and then you can piece them, you know, place them on your board. They don't have to go that way. They could go on top of the heart too instead. But I think I like them in the middle, in between. kind of ties the heart, the watermelon with the watermelon. This cane is so cool. The watermelon cane is so neat. I mean, I like this one here too. This little element here too. But I'm not quite sure where I would put that. I mean, I could put that on top of the... That could go there. I don't know though. I have to see. I do have quite a bit of those already cut. And I just have one more. Oh. So this is what the back side looks like. And then you know what the front side looks like. Like that. Try and stick it on there so I can place it right next to it. And I really like the way it turned out this way. And if you squint your eyes again, you can just see the colors and how they fold together. That's what I like, is when I can squint at it and see the colors. I'm ready for the big leaf again. I'm ready for this puppy. This guy here that I just tore. So let's see if we can't pull him off the back side. Very gently, in case we need him. We'll have a spare just in case. I can actually... so my finger doesn't stick to it. There. Just in case. Oh, it had a blue bin on the other side, so we'll have to remember to put it on that side. Anyways, yeah, so let's look at that. See what we got here. Oh, it was the tip of this one. But I can fix that up. So I can have it coming out here, or I can... I don't know if I have enough to go around. That's what I'm talking about. Because I only have 1, 2, well, geez, if I space them out really well, I could put them out here. Just ever so touching. I think I want to do that, and then I'll find something else to fill in the middle. Wish me luck.